Welcome to Kusuma High School. I'm Edi Suni, the Vice Principal of Suni High School. Well, we have a few video clips for you to watch. Please enjoy. Go.
Hello, my name is Brandon. I'm from 10-5 and my hobbies are playing golf and soccer or swimming. And okay, first, what I know about Australia. I know Australia have big reptile like crocodile. It's the largest crocodile in the world, and then the males can grow until 6 feet or more, and the females just about 5 or less. If we want to be a citizen, Australian citizen, we have to stay in Australia about 2 years and more, and then we can get the citizenship. I also know that the Australian people is crazy about sport. There are the example like golf, cricket, tennis. That's for the males, and for the females they play netball and tennis. We don't have cricket in Indonesia. How do we play cricket? What's the weather like? Do you ever get any rain?
Hi everybody, my name is Diaju Rahmi Andini, but all of the students in Kumbang call me Ajeng. I'm come from 10-1, and now I would like to tell you about Australia. So, in land area, Australia is the 6th largest nation on the world after United States, Russia, Canada, Brazil, and then Australia is the driest inhabited continent on the earth, and it has one of the lowest rainfalls on the world. About 3/4 of the land in Australia are arid or semi-arid. Its fertile areas are well watered. However, and this used very effectively to help feed the world. Now I would like to tell you the region of Australia. There's Western Australia, Northern Territory, South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and Tasmania. Now, let's talking about the economy in Australia. Australia has one of most standing economies of the world in recent years, as high growth, low inflation, and low interest rate economy. It's more vibrant than ever before. These are the money that used in Australia. Look at this. Hi people, I would like to tell you about Australian food. This is called damper. Damper made without yeast, and it made on a campfire. Right? So, what I want to know is people that Australian eats in a day, and what school is like for students, and then how much do things cost?
This is our language lab.
Hello everyone, my name is Rama. I am 15 and I am 10-6 from Kusuma Bangsa Senior High School. I like to play music, especially guitar, because playing music is a lot fun to do if you do it with your friends. So, I want to tell you my opinion about Australia. Australia is such a great country. Besides its vast area and high economic advantage, it is well known for the habitat for the unique animals. Kangaroos, koalas, Tasmanian devils. You can only find them in Australia. I think they are what comes first in people's mind who hear word Australia. Don't you know that Papua and Australia were once connected as one land in the Ice Age? So, the eastern Indonesia has the same biodiversity as Australia. If someone asked me to go to Australia, I'd be delighted. I can't wait to see one of Australian animals that I just mentioned. I would love to visit the Sydney Opera House. No one denies that it is the Australian symbol of culture and architecture. I would like to ask a question. I wonder what Australian people think about a nation as their neighbor town. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dea Chandrawati. I'm from 11 Social 2. I'm in social program. My hobbies is watching movies, swimming, playing games, and I was born in Palembang on 21st December 1990. This is our junior high school main hall. As we all know that Prince William is married to Kate Middleton, and as the part of Commonwealth, I'm sure that Australian citizens will celebrate. What makes me interested about Australia is their universities and their education, because their education is one of the best in the world. So I would like to know what is the best universities. So thank you very much. My name is Dea Chandrawati.
Hi, my name is Yogi Siswanto. I am biology teacher in Kusuma Bangsa Junior High School. This is our room staff. My hobby is traveling. I really like to go somewhere that I never know before. Maybe in Australia, I really want to go to Great Barrier Reef. Do you know Great Barrier Reef? Oh, maybe I don't know before. The next hobby is playing football. Maybe, do you know the most popular football player in Australia? I know, like Tim Cahill or Harry Kewell. Do you know Harry Kewell? Or maybe you don't know. I think Sekolah or football is not popular game in your country, maybe. I think rugby is the most popular player in your country, isn't it? Okay, Pals, I have a question for you as a teacher. Do you have advice or suggestion how to attract students to like biology?
Hey guys, my name is Christy Alexandra and I'm an 11th grade student at Kusuma Bangsa Senior High School. My hobbies are swimming. That's why we picked this beautiful location over here at our school. And then my other interests are debate. And I'm going to have a debate competition in about 2 weeks at the National Debate Competition in Jakarta. And we're going to have an Australian parliamentary system. So what I know about Australia is that it has so many ethnic groups, such as the Aborigines, the traditional tribes, and then there's also the British settler that came to Australia, and then also a lot of immigrants from Asia generally. I do believe that because of that diverse ethnic groups, Australia has become such a melting pot for different cuisines. We have the meat pies that maybe come from the British settler, but then there's also the traditional cuisine that the Aborigines may have garnered for thousands of years, such as it's not an anomaly to find kangaroo steaks in supermarket nowadays, because the Australian government has just like retained its own traditionality. So because of that, I have grown an interest in Australian cuisine. So let me ask you, where's the right place to just like study Australian cuisine in a university level? I would love your answer, by the way. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. I would like to know what the Australian kids do after school, because in Indonesia we usually just like go home and we don't go out from our home in the evening. So I would like to know what the Australian kids do after school. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Febi Puspitasari. I'm an English teacher of Kusuma Bangsa Senior High School. My students always call me Miss Febi, and now we are in computer lab. My hobby is reading, swimming, and shopping. I always spend my free time shopping all day. And how about in Australia? What is shopping like in Melbourne? I'd like To ask a question, especially about scholarship, I know that Australia is a great nation which has delivered many scholarships to Indonesian students. So I'd like to continue my study in Australia. So how can I get it?
Hi, my name is Auxilia. I'm in the 11th grade of Kusuma Bangsa Senior High School, Palembang. I'm in the social program right now. Australia. My dad got a scholarship in Melbourne. So my dad and my mom lived in Melbourne for years. I was born in Australia and I spent my first 10 years of my life in Melbourne.
What I like about Australia is the government because they give such great opportunity for us as Indonesians. They give us scholarships to learn in Australia,
And my aim is to get one of those scholarships. I really want to learn law and economics in university, and also I want to learn in Australia because I want to improve my ability in English, because I realized if I move to Australia, I can improve my English. That is really important for my future later.
My questions to Australia is that I was just wondering, what do they think about Indonesians there? Because as we all know, there are so many Indonesians in Australia.
Thank you very much for listening to me. Goodbye.
So, that was our video. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to watching yours. So, goodbye.